Overdose Awareness Month, and a mural in Baltimore's Penn-North neighborhood is looking to become a beacon of hope for people who are struggling with substance abuse disorders. Joining us right now to talk more about this is Yewande Kotun-Davis. She is the artist who designed and painted the mural. Good morning to you. Hello.
Good morning.
Let's talk about creating this beautiful mural. When you were approached about this project, what went through your mind?
Honestly, I was extremely excited. So my background, my first career was as a population health administrator, and so I've worked for a few years to figure out how those worlds can collide, if you will. And so I was extremely excited. I thought it was a perfect union of my background and the work that I'm doing now.
So how did you approach turning something as important as a 988 message into a work of art?
Yeah, so I had been speaking with a previous colleague of mine who works with Behavioral Health Systems Baltimore, BHSB. She was looking for murals of around the city, and I kind of took the opportunity to softly pitch, myself doing a mural. And at the same time, the opportunity arose where there was funding on their end for a specific project, and so the mural kind of aligned as that project, and so everything kind of came together at the same point.
It was really important for this mural to reflect the history of the Penn-North community. Tell me how you incorporated that.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity. One thing I love about being a muralist is that you really truly get to dive deep into neighborhoods. And so one of the first steps was working with the Black Arts District to identify a building or a wall that would work. And so they were instrumental in partnering us with Resurrection Sandtown, which is the building that the mural is on. And from there, we worked with community members to get feedback and go through a couple of drafts of the design and make sure that it truly reflected imagery that would resonate with the neighbors who live and work in this space. And so you'll see references to the Royal Theater, which of course is known here. You'll see a couple of members from the Arch Social Club who are represented within the mural. You'll see some beautiful florals and row homes. And so I wanted to ensure that as many familiar images would be reflected, so it's not that the mural's being built around people, but that it exists kind of within the community.
Well, it is absolutely beautiful. And what I love about it is it's such an enormous canvas for you. Was that a challenge, having to create something like this in such a big space, or did that make it easier?
I think initially it was a challenge. It was intimidating just a bit. It is my biggest wall yet, but I had to go through a couple of, growing pains. The way that I typically get my image up on the wall, I had to kind of divert. But I think all of these things happen to, help us grow. So after I got my lift and I got in the groove, it really was easeful, and the neighbors that passed by were encouraging and kind, and so it really was a pleasure to install.
Well, you did an absolutely beautiful job on that, and we're so glad that you joined us this morning to share it with us. Yewande, all the best to you.
Thank you so much.
August is Overdose Awareness Month, and a mural in Baltimore's Penn-North neighborhood is looking to become a beacon of hope for those who are struggling with substance abuse disorders. And joining us right now is Adrienne Bridenstine, Vice President of Policy and Communications for Behavioral Health System Baltimore. Good morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I'd love for you to explain what 988 is for those viewers of ours who might not be familiar with it.
Sure. 988 is a 3-digit phone number that people can call, text, or chat if they need any kind of help for emotional support. It operates around the clock, and it provides free, confidential help to anybody who's looking. The call line is answered by counselors who are locally based and know the local resources here in Baltimore City.
We got a chance to take a peek at the gorgeous mural and speak with the artist who created it. Tell me why you wanted it to show up at this location in Penn-North.
Yeah, Behavioral Health System Baltimore has really wanting to do a mural like this for years. So we really believe in partnering with the community, and right now this community is culturally rich, historic. It's experiencing so much revitalization that it felt like a really good place to be raising awareness about 988 and doing it in such a beautiful way with such a wonderful artist and great partners at Resurrection Sandtown, again, to help raise awareness about 988 in a community that we know uses this resource along with so many others in Baltimore City.
So other than the numbers 988, what do you think are some of the more important aspects of this mural?
One of the most important aspects of the mural is that you have 988 centrally located on the mural, but it also incorporates so many unique aspects of the community into it that I think helps draw that connection, which is what we want. We want people to feel connected and see the mural and feel compelled to either call, text, or chat 988 anytime they need help. One thing that we always remind people is that you don't need to wait until you're at a point of crisis to call 988 for help. Everybody needs help sometime. And we have people call 988, text 988, chat 988 for a range of needs. People call if they are feeling deeply sad. They're calling if they feel stressed. They're calling if they have financial worries. They're calling for a loved one. Maybe they're trying to help a loved one find resources in the community. And the counselors will provide support on the spot. And one of the great things they can do is make referrals to providers in the community. And they can also deploy on the spot resources like mobile response teams. So it really is an important resource that we wanted to make sure that not only this community knew about, but everyone in Baltimore. And this is just a beautiful way to share that message.
It truly is. And Adrian, we thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we want to remind people that they can find the mural near the corner of Pennsylvania Avenue and Baker Street. And